Hello, today I'm going to be talking about the economic impact of biosecurity on the swine business. We live in a world with 7.6 billion people, and we are going to be around 9.2 in 2040. So we're going to be increasing our population about 20% in almost 20 years. So besides that, we have an economy increment. And interesting that when we have a gross domestic product increase, we have also a meat consumption increase. So for the future, we have a growing population, a growing economy, and a growing meat consumption. It leads us to a higher pork demand and, of course, higher pork production. And then where disease happens. Disease can play an important role in a farm. It can really impact trade and marketing, decrease in sales and trade between countries. It can also reduce the production in the farm by decreasing the performance of piglets, and of course decrease animal well-being. That's something very important for us today. And so we have the biosecurity measures to allow it not to happen. So biosecurity plays an important role on preventing the entrance of disease in a farm. That's external biosecurity, and also preventing the spread of the disease within the farm or to other neighbors. That's the internal biosecurity. When you think about external, so avoiding the disease to enter, I would say three major points here. First one is animal movement. So every time we have an animal movement, we have a risk. What's an animal movement? So semen delivery, gilt replacement, and every time that we wean piglets out of the farm. The point number two is people movement. So on-farm employees and visitors. So every time we have someone entering the farm, we need to make sure it will change shoes, clothes, and shower in. Number three is transportation. So truck sanitization is the point. We know that the trucks are responsible for many disease transmission between the farms. The internal biosecurity, I would mention 3 points also. One is cleaning, disinfecting, and drying the rooms or the facilities. So every time we wean piglets, we are going to make sure that the room is clean, disinfected, and dry before loading a new room with new animals. Point two would be internal management practices. So one example is all in, all out. So we wean the whole room and we don't let any pig behind. Point number three would be rodent and fly control. We know those vectors are responsible for transmitting many diseases inside the farm. So we need to have integrated rodent and fly control to avoid this pests. And related to all these points here, we have one link that is responsible for the whole biosecurity program chain. It's people. People is the most important thing in the biosecurity program. If people are not motivated, if they are not well trained, the biosecurity program will not work. So we need to be focused on people training and keeping them motivated. And some authors mentioned that we need to have at least 4 trainings per year. So people need to be trained 4 times per year to keep it motivated on biosecurity. And we need to do that. In summary, for having a good biosecurity program, we need to reduce the number of events, so reduce animal movement. We need to improve transportation, I mean truck sanitization. It needs to be well done. We need also to have good rodent and fly control, and of course, keeping people motivated for doing their job.